Iowa State University admits we may as well be gambling when we apply P and K in the fall. What do I mean? According to their own data, came out in 2023, it's about a 50-50 if your soil is low in P and K. So, call it heads or tails. If you guessed tails, congratulations, made you money. If you guessed heads, according to the data, you may as well have not spent the money. It made no difference for you. There was no ROI on your P and K. And in case you think this is just a fluke or just something weird that happened with Iowa, Ohio basically came out and said the same thing. It was about a 23% chance of any economic response to P and K fertilizer. Guys, this is not okay. How are we okay with this? So you might be wondering, like, okay, if this is the case, how in the heck did we get here? And what do we even do about it? Okay, so how do we get here? In my opinion, this is a limitation of our soil testing method. Whether it's Bray, Malick, Olson, ammonium acetate, the standard soil testing methods we use can strip paint right off a wall. But guys, why are we doing that? The plant isn't putting paint thinner in the soil. We need to get on the same page as the plant. We need to mimic what the plant actually uses to recognize nutrients in the soil. When we measure that way, we get a totally different story. And besides that, a lot of our nutrients comes from what in season? Something called mineralization, basically microbes freeing up tied up nutrients for our plants throughout the season. And the biggest predictor of that happens to be what I believe is the most important thing we could be measuring in our soils. Something called WEOC, water extractable organic carbon. It is available carbon. So how did we get here? It's an outdated soil testing method. It just really is, in my opinion. What do we do about it? We need to start measuring in a way that represents how the plant would view our soils. Okay? Not some super harsh acid, what the plant actually recognizes. We need to measure that and then manage for those levels. Because if you thought that data was bad that I showed you at the beginning, worse yet, there's a study done of over 14,000 tests. Soil levels of phosphorus, comparing 14,000 data points of that to tissue phosphorus. So we looked at it in the soil, we looked at it in the plant. Was there any correlation whatsoever? No. There was no correlation at all. Zero correlation. Guys, the way we've been doing this, maybe it got us this far, but if we want to get better, we're going to have to do things differently. A 50-50 coin toss, or if you're in Ohio, apparently a 1 out of 4 odds. That's not working. We can do better. I work with a lot of guys doing so much better. It starts with measuring differently and managing for different things. And I'll tell you, the good news is most of the time we can reach the goals that we have more cost effectively. We can do it. I know it probably sounds crazy. If you have questions, reach out to me in a DM or put a comment down below, either one. This isn't working. It's just not working.